All right, folks, take two. Let's give it a try again. Hopefully, things are in a much better situation. Oh, we're hoping for, but we're just gonna head for Marseille or bust. How's that sound? All right, so as you can see, we're cleaning up the ZIBO. We're going to fly simply the best aircraft, I think, out there on the market. Sorry, guys, the new ones aren't as good as this guy. The ZIBO 737. Know nothing about PMDG's latest. So for all I know, it could be better. I know nothing of that sim, so that strikes it out. But I do know this. I know X-Plane, in my opinion, is better. And this aircraft is the best for 737s. Um, Oh, and it's free. It's called ZIBO. It takes the 737 that comes with X-Plane, mods it into really, really great aircraft for free. Can't beat free ever, folks, when it's this good. I know most of you here for free, like me, and go, what? Really? Free? And this one lives up to beating out the payware. All right, RYANAIR's the animal today. We're going to give this a try, folks. Everything's showing green on my end. We'll give it our, as they say, best. Hope y'all have had a great week. Yesterday's stream, right after the storms came through, went to 5, I believe, videos in Twitch. Granted, one on YouTube. That took quite a while to get uploaded. So hopefully, this calms down. We'll see. Um, all right, so let's crawl up in the cockpit and get this thing ready to go. You're going to see a lot of familiar folks. It's a 737, and literally a 737-800 should look like a 737-800 no matter who put it together. Yet I remember back in the days of FSX in 2002 and A Century of Flight, there was some interesting renditions of cockpits for 800s. This is what they're supposed to look like. All right, so let's get things started here. Yes, we're going to get this aircraft into ready to be aligned and get our hydraulics set and our fuel pumps all off. Set and trim air on. And last but not least, get those infamous lights set. All right, panel lights first. I don't think we're going to be flying in the dark, but if we are, we'll adjust then. All right, initial look at the comms, all look good, and here we go. All right, folks, everything still appears good on the stream. So, all right, let's bring in Sim Toolkit. And take a look at the flight we have planned today. Okay, we're loading the last one I did, actually. That'll be okay. We'll make the adjustment. We'll be RYANAIR 572 for this flight out of Geneva, Lake Geneva, Switzerland. I think they go by Geneva now only. And we're headed to Marseilles, France. We'll reassess there and see about heading across this little bay area of the Med to Ajaccio, France. And that's where we're going to tentatively terminate. Now, one last thing that I alluded to prior to shutting down, because things were really bad. This is my last Wednesday flight for a few weeks. Got some things we have to take care of on Wednesdays, so This will be the last Wednesday flight for a little bit. We'll see how long that little bit goes. Oh, looks like somebody decided to put ATC up on us. What? All right, well, we shall see how things go here. I see why. There's a fly-in going from LEPA to LIMJ, I think. So I think that's why we have the ATC in place. All right, makes sense. Always does, especially this hour of the night. All right, so let's take a look here real quick. For the loadout today, we got 180 people. We're going to have a payload of 36,000, fuel 12,800. Folks, this is a relatively short flight. Cost index 27, and I think 25,000 is pretty good. It's I think 170 miles straight line. So whatever we have here in this flight plan, offset it. Game plan out of here, take off runway 4, land runway 31 right, unless they change it. We'll double check before we set things up. Right now we're planning 31 right. Weather? Geneva, I didn't see anyone on VATSIM. Anyway, they're calling ILS approach runway 4 in use. Transition level 8,000, and winds are 010 at 4, and they're variable. Clear visibility okay. Really didn't get a good look, but I could see the mountains behind us, so it's a pretty good bet we're clear at least, and visibility okay. Temperature is a cool 23 degrees. Get your mucklucks and scarves on, folks. And the dew point at 14. By the way, that's all Celsius. So it's actually like in the 60s. Okay, low 70s. That's close. And 1017. Down in Marseille. We're planning 3-1 right. The ATIS in place there has us 3-1 right, so that's good. And interesting, they even tell you the SID. And expect an RNP. Okay, well, we'll see. Transition level 7,000, and wind appears 330 at 23. Holy mackerel. 10 miles or 10 kilometers of visibility, and it's 28 degrees outside. All right, so I get it. I was trying to figure out what are they trying to say on first contact. They forgot to put the space in. Okay, it's information C. All right, and finally, I am going to go ahead and file, but we're going to wait to come online. What did I just do? All right, and time is 1952. We'll go 2055. All right, that doesn't look right. That's why. All right, and our RNAV for today. I think that's the right one. Doesn't seem right. Maybe it's the PBN that delineates what I'm trying to say. Okay. And we can do 75 and file it. All right, and one last, oops, to hit the right button. One last look, we're up here, and all of the action's down here, folks. By the way, we're headed here. All right, so the preliminary checklist. I'm not going to run with my laptop today. This way I can kind of watch it a little more as things progress. All right, so the battery switch is on. That's right here. Standby power is on. IFE and cabin utilities are on. Equipment cooling is in normal. And our seatbelt sign is off. Smoking light is lit. All right, and let's see, anything else? Emergency exits, armed, guard down, and anti-collision lights off. All right, so let's get up here and go into alignment. That's why I set it to status, folks, 8 minutes to alignment. All right, let's check things out while we're up here. Okay, 3 green, EC's on, reverser's out, and device check, ELT's good, oxygen good, 3 green. Okay, coming down to the middle. Hang on just a second here, folks. I just noticed something. Ah, that helps a little bit. All right, yeah, I had it in window, and I don't have the window to cover the whole area. All right. All right, so with us, we need to come down, get our IRS set up. Okay, we're good from July 11 to October 7 this year, or this month, or this year, I guess. Oh, sorry about that, folks. LSGG. Not sleeping well again at night, so a few weeks ago, maybe even a couple months, we were over in Nice and took the 747 for Pan Am back to JFK, I think it was. So that was actually a fun flight. Hang on. RYR 572. All right, and with that, folks, I'm going to go ahead finish up our basics here, and then we'll get to the auto. Probe heat's off, anti-ice off. Engine pumps are switched on. However, since the engines themselves are off, they're off. And the electric pumps we have switched into off, both A and B systems. That's why you see low pressure lights on them all. Doors currently are closed. And I think we said 25, but let me double check. 25,000. So we'll go ahead, dial in 26. And Marseille is 70 feet. Okay, we'll set that, and so far so good, folks. I'm a lot more pleased right now than I was about an hour or two earlier, which was a good thing. I canceled it because I was really very unhappy. So, and I don't want that to come across here. We're all trying to relax. We all have our own stresses, and I don't want mine to bleed through. and ruin your relaxation. All right, where were we? Pro-heat, anti-ice, engine pumps, fuel pumps are all off. They're right here. And trim air's on. Recirculators auto, packs auto, isolation valve open. APU bleed for now is closed. Engine bleeds open. Of course, they're not doing anything because the engines are off. All right, and cruise and landing altitudes set, and fasten seatbelt sign will be turned on here shortly. All right, let's head over to the EFB. This is something within the last couple of months that came to the counterpart of this not too long ago over on the other sim. This has been here since I've been with X-Plane, and that's been since 2020. So all right, so let's do the let me show you what we did here. We click fuel, come down to airside. It's not active because we've got to load. We're in kilograms. Hang on a second, folks. Home. Here. Home. I got the wrong one. Config. General. I want it in pounds. Back. One more. Now we'll save. Now when we go over here, things will make more sense to me. And to you all, it makes perfect sense. And I see we're starting to have troubles. So hopefully we'll be okay through this. All right, so 12,881 on the fuel, 131,043 pounds, zero fuel weight, 180. That all looks good. If we click activate, the jetway is going to move in on its own. And let me just go back that one page. And that, folks, is a video card issue, which I hope to God is not part of this. I've been told that's actually part of X-Plane. So that flipping around you see on here. Frame rates are doing pretty good. All right, so 00 and 64%. Now they're fueling. And now you can see the forward cargo doors are open. They'll be opening the main door here in a second. Should not see a staircase. However, we need to continue on. All right, so as soon as we're done fueling, folks, we will fire up the APU. In the meantime, up here, I believe it was 1017, verifying it is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set that. 1017. 1017. And we just aligned. Thought so. And when you take it back to position, when you're aligned, you'll have that. Perfect. All right, let's get to work. Got a little bit to do here, but not much. Hang on, let me put this in plan. Go 20, and then kind of zoom it, move it over, and I'm going to bring in charts. Reposition one more time. All right, so we'll be watching this once we get going on this. So hang on. Perfect. All right, so here's charts. Now I talk a lot about this, folks. Great program. All your charts you ever would need are right here. It's a simple monthly fee on top of keeping your SIM and your FMCs, MCDUs, your flight management systems up to date. And it gives you all the charts for all the world. No more Google searches, no more searching VATSIM uh, uh, control sites. It's all right here. And for the most part, Jebsons, which are, in my opinion, it's just this little old private pilot, folks. I really didn't get into these, but I get more information on these than what the FAA did. All right, we'll be right back to this in a second. Bear with me. Let me get that APU going. Okay, we're just going to wait for it to spin up, get it on, and get us off ground power. That way we can start boarding passengers. When we come back, we'll get the flight plan loaded in charts and then get the flight plan loaded into the plane, performance data, and we'll be ready to push. All right, we're, come on APU, you're almost there. When the blue light comes on here, folks, it's available and ready. We have to turn it on to the generator. Unlike Airbus, where that's, and McDonnell and the MD-11 we saw yesterday, that all happens automatically. Okay, bleeds on. And we are now off ground power. Okay, we'll come over here and disconnect. All right, hopefully we're pretty close to where we left off. And that's what I get for thinking. Okay. I think that's pretty good for there. Okay, so first thing, like I said, we got to load the flight. We already clicked import. We'll import this one. It loads it. There's the route. Currently, Route 4, our departure, VATSIM, Geneva, Charlie, I don't know what controllers we have here. Runway 4 transition level. Everything we read earlier is right here. So the key is runway 4. There aren't parallel runways, folks. Okay, also, we're going to be flying the BALSI 9 November departure. All right, basically, real quick departure brief. Transition level, they say 7, but ATC set it at 8. Here's all the other information we need to know. Departure, all runways. Kind of funny, because it's the only runway. Well, you could go the opposite, and it is set up for that. Okay, so we're doing the 9 November. Okay, so we quick come off, go, can't tell how far. It looks like distance 8. Make sure we're above 5,000 feet. Make the turn. Direct on the oh, this is actually looks like could be flown standard. You could fly on an intercept course 184 to catch the 229 inbound radial to Chambery. Okay, I hate when it does that, folks. Sorry. And then we will fly. I lost my place. So intercept here, 10 PAS, which is Geneva. No, that's not. That's Passery. And then Linel, 29 Passery, 7 Basli. All right, so how do we make sure that's all loaded in here? Well, first off, with this page, go to departures, look for runway 4. Shocked these aren't loaded yet. I'm kind of wondering where that changed. That's cool. Execute, back to route. Why is my route not in here? Huh. Interesting. Well, it loaded. So now off of this, we're going to take the BALSI arrival into, I guess because we're going right on to the arrival. Again, 3-1 right. Taking a look. So we'll be coming in this runway. Huh. Kind of looks the same as Nice. But anyway, and we'll try to park somewhere in here. I don't know yet wherever they tell us, probably. And then we'll do our best to get there. So let's go to arrival, and we're doing the BALSI 1D. They said Zulu. And let's take a look at the Zulu. I may have to get rid of that. Let's find out. Okay, yeah, we may have to balk on that and go to the Zulu RNAV. Still wanting us to come out to Pomeg. All right. Trying to figure out, I guess, because of the high terrain, they want us to overfly and come around. So I'm sticking with the ILS. Oh, wait a minute. That's why. I didn't activate it, folks, nor probably load it. Ah, silly me. Now let's make sure everything still looks good. Been a little bit since we've been in it. Okay. Oh wait, let's check. 1D. Okay, we'll go and Olive. Okay. Yeah, again, my apologies, folks. All right, so let's go to legs. step it off real quick. Let's look at the departure. Should go this way and around. Ramil, Luna, or Lena. All right, Lena, let's just step through. Okay, that all looks good. Then go on to the BALSI ML 500 to Courier. To Dolive. Okay, now I'm actually gonna change up a little bit here, folks. I'm gonna dial it down. Really want to see what it's got us doing to get here. It's exactly okay. Well, I am very confused. So Fenta, laces, which would be over the VOR, IBILI, okay. Everly over to Mador Homig. Wow. Doesn't show that on the charts, does it, folks? Or did it? And I was, yeah, it did not show any of that. Holy, oh, for initial approach C11.0. Okay, there's what we didn't see right there, folks, right in front of our face. That would have gave us from Dolive to here. Okay. Okay, tracking now, and then track, runway, missed approach out to Martigues, MTG, and 3,500 feet for the hold. All right, now we do not have the, oh, what am I trying to say? The, if we have to divert, we don't have that route. All right, now everything makes sense. Duh. Now, when that happens to you folks with this plane, make sure you click load, make sure you click activate. You don't do those things, you run into the troubles I had. My bad, as my daughter would say, my bad. Actually, all my daughters would say. All right, so we got through the flight plan. Really rough. And heading over to... All right, now for the next section, folks, we need sim brief. And I'll show you why. If you were here 2 days ago, actually yesterday too, we have to get the information for departure off of SimBrief. And it's a neat feature that they've included. Yes, I'm stalling. We're in commercials. For those of you who are subscribed, first off, thank you. Those of you still listening to me, thank you for still being here with all the internet issues. Hopefully the stream is showing up pretty good. Hopefully if you miss anything or really get screwy, YouTube saves the day on that. Right now, all I'm planning is to Marseille. We'll decide from there. It might even be later tonight. So, and this is getting old. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, bring Sim Toolkit in, and the reason being I have SimBrief incorporated. All right, it's really good flight planning tool, really good flight following tool, and a really good post landing tool. So look at it. It's Sim Toolkit. Great. And here's the great thing. As far as I've been able to figure out, it's all free. The other one, there's some payware issues on it. So be careful. Watch out. Most of it's free, but if you dabble into some of the flight simming, streaming stuff, you may end up paying. So be careful with it. All right, now I mentioned SimBrief. Here it is. We'll click our flight plan, or you could have done it down here. And yeah, this is our latest and greatest. All right, now you can use this, fill in some little extra information that won't come in from your flight plan to get the cute little map to show you how far down the runways and all of that. Hey, some of you love that. Me, I just want the numbers. So I just click takeoff. It's got my data already loaded. We'll switch this to HEPA, millibars. Okay, it's got my airport, my runway. It's 12,795 feet long. And our weight for takeoff, our inputs are, you tell me what my flap setting should be. I have an idea what it'll say. What my thrust setting should be. Packs on, packs off. Kind of sounds like a little karate kid there. And whether we'll have anti-ice, I decide that part. Temperatures are fine, so I'm not worried about it. And then I'll click populate weather. Everything looks good. And then if I want to derate my takeoff either by flex or by assumed temperature, and then if it wants to be improved on the climb, all of those I enable. Click calculate. It's a very simple step. And you can see we're looking at, with all that we inputted up here, your winds, your runway length headings, doesn't give you the slope. Now Sim Toolkit itself will, but SimBrief does not, which is interesting. So, and again down here, speeds increase to improve climb limits. All right, so we're going to go off out of here at flaps 5, take off 1, and we're going to select our temperature. We're going to tell the engines it's actually 44 degrees out there. What that'll do is allow them to, okay, it's a little better for weather. We'll lower the power settings slightly enough to get us off the ground to our flight level without putting 100% on. Duluth fly. Howdy doody, Rudy tooty. Sounds like a pancake you're trying to make. But welcome in, sir. We appreciate you. We're battling the connectivity, but hopefully we'll hold the ship tight together. All right, and then finally our speeds, 151, 154, 159. Now these will be different than what generates in the FMC. All right, as we can see, it's still playing its games. All right, so let's go back to route. Let's go to performance initialization, and we'll maybe request. I think we did. We'll find out. It looks like we did. There should be a load. That's what we didn't do when we did the init request. Now there will not be an accept here. So we're good to go now. All right, so it's saying our trip cruise maximum is 27. We're going for 25. That's good. We need to put in our fuel reserve. Bear with me. I'm going to just do this without pulling it up real quick. I take my fuel needed to the alternate plus the fuel required by FAA. FAA has no real standing in Europe. I get it. It does with me. Okay, 45 minutes. So 4,000 plus 3,500, 7.0. You're going, how do you get 7.0? Drop the last two numbers of each, put a decimal in, you get the math now. 7. So we'll put that in. Leaving everything else looks good except for this, we know now is 8,000. Accept. Now, if you change anything, give it a second. It will rethink things. Okay, everything's cool. Let's move on to N1. We said take off 1. We said take off 1, 44 degrees. Same thing's going to happen here. When I punch in 44 up here, give it a second. It'll come back with which one it's going to want you in. Climb 2 is good enough for it. Cool. Finally, we head over to this page, click CG. Then I go to the next page. The rest of the story here. A lot of people don't do this page. I do. Winds are 010 at 10. You know where you can get that. Wait a minute, 010 or 040? Hang on. Hang on, I'm going to put it up over here real quick. Calculate. 030. I'm glad I double checked. I think it changed. At 4. All right, that's the easy one. Now, runway slope / heading, and that's how we're going to put this in. But let's get the slope first. Now, I told you Sim Toolkit has this data for you, so that's where we'll get it. If you happen to have TopCat, there's no need to have it now, but if you have it, it's available through there too. Okay, so Sim Toolkit's back up. I'm going to go ahead, get rid of this for now, and SimBrief. Okay, right in line here, click the full flight log and routing. Here's our runway information to include the slope, plus up, negative down. So 0.4 is what we'll go with, 0.4. So how do we input? And this is why many people don't. Down 0.4 / runway heading. Get that a couple places. Look at your chart for runway 4. Right over the numbers, look for the heading. Sim Toolkit. Same place, 44 degrees. Oh, what did I do wrong? Oh, 044. It tells you too, folks. You screwed the format up. Why did I screw it up? Yeah, because it's a 3-digit number. The other thing that people skip here is, are we on a wet runway, contaminated runway? Get that right here, folks. Just click the line, select CLE, and it'll go through it. Then I click next page and put in 5 for my flaps. Okay, real quick, Sim Toolkit coming back up. Reason I'm doing this, I want you to see the difference here. Get this back in your mind. SimBrief. Takeoff. All right, 151, 154, 159. 151, nope, 154, nope, 159. No. Again, remember, it says improved for your climb limits. I'm going to go with what dispatch gave me, which is what SimBrief gave me, which is 151, 154, 159. 151, click. 154, click. 159, click. Off. There you go, folks. You're ready to go. Not bad. We're ready to roll under an hour. Over here, I'm going to set legs. And we got the APU on, I believe, already. We do. And the APU bleeds on. We're on the APU. All right. All right, to the middle. Flight director's on. Runway heading 44. Right now, the BALSI 7A departure, has an initial climb clearance of 9,000. Let's set that. I am not certain we have ATC. My luck, we'll come on and it'll be there. We'll see. Speed, 169. Y'all come up with your own numbers. I keep it simple. Take your V2 speed and I add 10. Makes it simple addition. Now, if you want to get down and do add 7, add 3, add 5, 5's not as hard, but 10's really easy for me. And I like keeping it simple. All right, we're ready to go, folks. I believe, let's finish this off. Mach altitude, fuel flow switch, reset. Minimums. You knew that was going to happen. Let's see, we'll just stick with radar. 400. And folks, basically what I'm setting, and this is thanks to Bad Attitude reminding me, the Airman's Information Manual. It's an FAA document. Again, we're not in FAA territory, we're in Europe. You are supposed to begin your turn when you leave the runway above 400 feet or the end of the, at least the end of the runway, or 400 feet above the ground. So that's what we're doing here. I think it's the aim. But anyway, I know FAA, but we're in Europe and we're on a flight sim. Who cares? I get it. I try, folks, to fly as real as I can. I have been working very hard to get my approaches more stable, get better on my approaches. So hopefully that'll pay off today. We did pretty decent yesterday in the soup. So, and if you, oh man, that was a great video. Go watch it, folks. Yesterday in the Airbus 11, I'm sorry, MD-11, we were near minimums. Well, we were below minimums, I think, on the approach. No, takeoff. Just above minimums on arrival. And wow, that was fun. That was truly, we were right at minimums for takeoff. So that's an interesting little place to be. That was a fun stream. It's a shame we had a lot of connectivity issues 5 hours into it. You know, it happens, folks. I'm trying to tell myself that. Keep myself from getting angry. All right, minimums are set. Speed brakes, lever down. Flaps are up. Always kind of cracks me up. Thrust levers. A little low. Hang on. Oh man, that's why. I thought I had my control of my volumes. Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted. What did I click? Oh, yeah, that would do that. I'm going to keep this over here. Going to try it one more time. Oh well, I could have it turned down in the sim. That, folks, is your takeoff configuration warning, meaning flaps aren't set, something's not configured properly for takeoff, and that's why you get the horn. Engine start levers are in idle cutoff. They're there. Parking brake set. Yaw dampers can be turned on now since we're aligned. And so can the ACARS program. Trying not to forget that too, folks. Okay. Today's flight LSGG to Marseille. Click. Okay. And of course, we're bouncing all over the screen. This could be fun. Sure are. And seatbelts on.
Good afternoon, folks. From the cockpit, I'd like to welcome you on board. We're ready up front. Everybody's closed up outside. We're just waiting to get some of our performance numbers and the clearance from air traffic control. We should be underway. It's our pleasure having you on board with us today. Sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. Should be underway here shortly. Thanks for flying with Delta there.
Yeah, he said Delta. Yeah, close. All right, we're ready to go, folks. Let's call better pushback. Oh, wait, let's see. We do have a tower here. Oh, wow, we got a lot of people on the deck here. Wow. And ATC is still up. Wow. I wonder if I'm flying in an event. Huh. That I didn't know about. That happens quite a bit. Really hope I didn't pop into someone's spot. All right, well, I'm calling better pushback.
Run to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Actually, you know what? I better not. He may tell me something totally different. I just got that little sneaky suspicion. That means I better pull up a taxi chart. Hang on. Taxi. See if I can remember what stand we're in. 8. Thank you. I knew my memory would work. Enter taxiway to link 3 or link 572 to get us going to our taxiway. All right. All right, folks, let's get going. This ought to be fun. And LSGG tower is 118.7. Sure there's no ground. Okay. RYANAIR. Okay. Oh boy, now we're going to have trouble getting a clearance. Oh, he wants that one way down there. And tower RYANAIR 572 at stand 5 with weather information. Request clearance to Marseilles. Hopefully that got out. You know what? I'm going to give him the weather. Okay, RYANAIR 572 has information. Delta cleared. BALSA 9 November. Squawk 1000 for Marseilles. Did I get it out there, folks? Hang on, I am not sure. What's the departure for 572? I've got Basel 9 November in. Am I understanding that correct or not? Okay. My apologies for not pronouncing it right. Bosnine 9 November departure. We have information Delta 9,000 initially and 1,000 for the squawk. Ryan 572 will call for push when ready. Thank you. Sorry, folks. I sometimes have a hard time. That accent gets me. Okay, we're ready. Oh, what was that? Ah, ILS Echo, thank you for the follow. We sure appreciate that. And Tower Ryanair 572 ready to push stand 8.
Ryanair 572, push and start approved facing southeast, QNH 1018.
We'll be pushing facing southeast 1018, Ryanair 572.
Run to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Run to cockpit. Tow is driving up. Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Fox Romeo, wait for departure.
Fox Lima Romeo, leaving control zone via Sierra Echo and Sierra improved, climbing flight level correction, climbing altitude 5,000 feet. The wind 030 degrees 4 knots, runway 04, clear for takeoff.
Let me take off and runway 04, Foxtrot Hotel, November Lima Romeo.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Swiss Air 275, request taxi. Swiss Air 275, taxi holding point, runway 04, via taxiways inner, link 4 and outer.
Inner link 4, outer, holding point, runway 04, sir. Correction, Swiss Air 275.
Southeast, brakes off.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Swiss 1 Delta Rescue, request taxi. Interlink for Delta Swiss 1 Delta Whiskey.
Foxtrot Lima Romeo, you're about to leave my airspace. Please stay at or below 5,000 feet until reaching Sierra, and then have a nice flight. Bye.
Sorry, can you teach Lima Romeo?
Set parking brake.
Foxtrot Lima Romeo, you're leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. Please stay until waypoint Sierra at or below 5,000 feet.
Roger, at Sierra, we'll climb up and up before Foxtrot Romeo. Thank you very much, see ya.
Have a nice flight. Bye.
Ocean 576 Sierra, requesting push and start.
Ocean 575 Sierra, push and start approved, facing southeast QNH 1018.
Push and start approved, facing southeast QNH 1018, Ocean 576 Sierra.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal of the left. We'll see you next time and have a set plate.
Alright, thank you, Better Pushback. We sure appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time. By the way, folks, that's a free utility. So I highly recommend it. It is so much better than... I know what it is. Okay, we don't need anti-ice pitot heats on. Everything should be good now. Good deal. All right.
75, you're reaching.
This is 575, the wind 030 degrees 4 knots, runway 04, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 04, takeoff is set within 5. Swiss 1 Delta Whiskey ready for departure.
Swiss 1 Delta Whiskey behind the departing MD-11 lineup, runway 04 and wait behind him.
Behind the departing MD-11 line up runway 04 and wait behind Swiss 1 Delta Whiskey.
And tower Ryanair 572 ready to taxi.
Ryanair 572, taxi holding point runway 04 via taxiways inner, link 1 and outer.
We'll taxi to runway 4 via the inner, link 1, and then the outer. Ryanair 572. By the way, folks, link 1 is all the way down right before those blast fences. And it's interesting here. That's why I like coming into Geneva. These links, these pods out here, pretty cool. But yeah, we'll turn up here and head on. Yeah, that taxiway right here, folks, is a link. We got the next one is ours. Okay, taxi's good.
275, no further ATC, monitor Unicom 122 decimal
800 to San Francisco, control. Ocean 576 Sierra, requesting taxi.
Austrian 576 Sierra, taxi holding point runway 04 via taxiways inner link 4 and outer.
Taxi to runway 04 via inner link 4 and outer, Ocean 576 Sierra.
Swiss 1 Delta Whiskey 70 30 degrees 4 knots runway 04, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff runway 04, Swiss 1 Delta Whiskey.
Okay, flaps 5. Heading bug set VNAV, LNAV, lower cam blanked and set with the camera. Auto brakes auto throttle coming on. And tower RYANAIR 572 will be ready to go runway 4 when we get there.
RYANAIR 572, line up runway 04 and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 4, RYANAIR 572. Wonder if we have a hawker here. Sure looks like a hawk there. Cleared to line up and wait, folks.
Further ATC, monitor Unicom 122, simulate, have a nice flight back.
Monitor Unicom 122, simulate, schönen Tag noch, Swiss 1 Delta Whiskey.
Danke gleichfalls.
Oh, look at that, folks. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Brake set, trim 5.75, 5.75, ready to go.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
RYANAIR 572, the wind 030 degrees 4 knots, runway 04, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 4, RYANAIR 572. Timer, throttles. Here we go. Toga.
rotate. Positive rate.
Gear coming up.
$400. $1,000.
Ryanair 572, no further ATC, make to Unicom 122 display, have a nice flight, bye.
RYANAIR 572 over to Unicom. Thanks for the ATC. Have a great day. Iowa Scotsman, welcome aboard, sir.
576, Sierra, the wind 030 degrees 4 knots, runway 04, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff.
Welcome in, Iowa Scotsman. Sorry, had a couple things to do there real quick. This, make sure my packs are indeed back on. All right, folks, now that we're clear of ATC, I can actually take us on up. However, I'm going to make the turn. We'll hold at 9,000 till we get through the turn here, and then I'll start pushing us up so that we enter whatever center's called ahead of us at whatever we're climbing to, flight level 250. So just so you know, but welcome aboard, everyone. Sorry for the false start earlier. We had connective issues. We were already on our second video for Twitch, and I just said, you know what, until this gets resolved, I'm gonna put a hold. And it was the CEO that said, no, she didn't say get your butt to work and get the streams going. No, she said, why don't you just stream and not worry about it? That's what we did. Yeah, I know, she's wise. Saving myself from a frying pan, yes. There's 9,000 feet, folks. Plus, that'll help us on this turnaround. Let's see how this looks. It always looks different on the chart than what actually ends up on the nav display. Look at out that window, folks. Wow, look at the Alps. Just magnificent. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That means I need to do a Lowy trip. And what Lowy is, folks, is Innsbruck. They're fun approaches, actually, into there. And I always botch them. So, boy, did they look fantastic today with this clear sky. The lake behind us, wow, just magnificent. All right, folks, I'm going to begin our climb. $25,000. basically, folks, what this turn was all about, intercepting the 229 radial off of Chambéry, 15.4, and flying that to our run down off of Passepartout. So, yeah, we're still actually in Swiss airspace. We don't come out of that. Oh, he just dropped off. I'm like, what happened to all my data? Oh, like, oh, great, we just dropped again. No, we're doing good, folks. All right, so 7 minutes in, we're on our way. And shameful on me, but I'm going to go ahead and put that up top. We are looking at 29 minutes-ish. Kind of curious what happened to Saribot. Oh well. All right, folks, looks like things are getting a little better for us. Oh, let's get some lights off. Now, some of you are going, where are the other two? I'll show you how you bring those back here in a second. I'll be honest, I don't know if RYANAIR uses them or not. I'm pretty sure they probably use the HUD so we can show a couple things. All right, so we're through 18,000. I don't know if we still have centers. Yes, we do. Is this the day for Rome? And I missed that somehow in the emails? Huh. Oh well. I mean, it's no big deal. We'll fly in it. Really, no big deal at all. It's just curious. All these centers are up so late. That or they just want to say hi to me. All right, so one more time out the cockpit. Beautiful territory. By the way, Geneva's right behind us and a little bit to the right, and we're on our way to Marseille. All right, we're about to hit cruise, which is cool because we're going to be pretty much how long we'll have for top of descent. 129,250. Hopefully I get a better sun angle this way. What's it again? 29 50. Center RYANAIR 572 climbing to flight level 250.
RYANAIR 572, bonsoir, identified, climb flight level 250 and proceed direct to Curie.
What's the fix you need us to go direct to, please?
Okay, RYANAIR 572, maybe I was a little bit too fast, so the arrival to Marseille is BALSI 1 Delta.
Okay, so just direct BALSI, or did you have me wanting to... Whoop, is that BALSI you want me to go direct to, or was there a different fix?
It was a different fix, but I need to ensure that you have the standard arrival correct before giving you the next waypoint.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm telling you that the arrival is just starting after your next waypoint, which is BALSI. So the arrival to Marseille, standard arrival to Marseille is BALSI 1 Delta to runway 31 right.
Okay, we're level now at flight level 250. BALSI 1 Delta, I think I got that right. I'm looking at the chart, and 31 right. Ah, wrong chart. There we go. Yeah, BALSI 1D.
Proxime armée au parking proxime, merci beaucoup du contrôle et au plus vite sur le
Need to start my descent in 95 miles. Is that correct? Below 29. Yep, we'll definitely be there.
Easy 254, prévoyez une arrivée Meusin 7 novembre pour la 35 droite à Saint-Ex.
Meusin 7 novembre pour la 35 droite, Easy 254.
RYANAIR 572, contact Marseille Control 124.650.
RYANAIR 572 over to center 124.65. Boy, that sun's killing. 1, 2, 4, 6, 5. And center RYANAIR 572 with you. We're level 5, flight level 250.
RYANAIR 572, bonsoir, identified, BALSI 1 Delta arrival, you can expect runway 35 right, maintain level 250.
35. Roger, we'll continue BALSI 1 Delta, expecting, is it 35 now or 31? I only knew of the one set of runways.
My bad, 31 right.
31 right, RYANAIR 572. Don't worry, it's been a horrific day for me too.
Bonsoir, Visite 732, niveau de vol 190.
Visite 732, bonsoir. Oui, Mézine 7
On est d'accord que les avions c'est du vapeur.
17 droite. Correction prévue à 35 gauche.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt lights off. You're free to move about once you are seated. We
C'est parce
recommend
que
you
j'ai
keep
des
your belts
difficultés à
fastened.
vous
Thank you.
entendre. Je vous reçois mal. Visite 732, il y a comme une autre personne qui parle en même temps que vous.
Oui, désolé, je corrige.
Oui, d'accord. With 44 Lima, we had some regulations today. Did we miss anything?
With a 44 Lima FM direct to Moule, Mike Oscar Uniform Lima Echo.
Lima.
Weather 44 Lima, direct to Moule. Mike, Oscar, Uniform, Lima, Echo.
Direct Moule, 44 Lima.
Before they throw me off,
AV 732, my bad for that, so you can expect a Mézine 7 November arrival, expect runway 35 left, maintain level 190.
Roger, je vais continuer en français, ça vous dérange pas. On expectait l'ILS 35 droite, on peut changer pour la 35 gauche, sur le Mézine arrivé pour Lyon.
oh my gosh, they're gonna make this hard on me.
Oui, sans problème en français, oui, c'est plus rapide pour vous. Hein, donc,
As long as they get me where I know I'm going.
190, Mézine 7 novembre, ILS 35 gauche.
OK, niveau de vol 190, Mézine 7 novembre et la 35 droite, confirmé, EasyJet 732?
Oui, gardez la 35 droite, en tout cas la 35 droite, oui.
Roger, 35 droite, EasyJet 732.
All right, folks. Thanks for
654, descend level 7, 0.
Descending flight level 7.
thanks for putting up with the connection issues. Hopefully, they're working their way out, and we have better streams from here out. For those new to flying with Mike, I want to first thank you for giving us a try. I've been in the flight simming world for about 25 years. Started in about 1998, 99, 2000 time frame with either Flight Sim 98 or 2000. I can't remember that far back. But from there on, each of the Microsoft Sims up to Flight FSX. After that, and the 13 years we all endured of that one being the only sim, I switched over to X-Plane, and I'm not going back. So very pleased with Laminar and the flight dynamics they have. There's a couple of issues I have, but I mean, folks, to me, this is the better world, and I'm never gonna be going back to them. That also was a computer change that allowed me to start streaming back in 2020. So I thank you so much. You also joined us in Viewer Appreciation Month for the rest of the month. So I thank you for being a part of that and helping us to become an affiliate 3 years ago, as we take the slow road to, if we even make it to partner. All right, I tried to do that in 90 seconds or less. I think I failed, like everything else when I try to get off the ground. Get off the ground quick, or we never do. When you come on stream here, you're gonna not see cold and dark, but we're gonna not be very far off, and we'll go through the procedures. So anyway, there you have it, folks, in a nutshell. I do thank you so much, and we'll kind of sit back and work our way in with ATC here to Marseille. Lima Fox, Mike Lima. And as always, thanks for flying with Mike. All right, descent checks. All right, let's, I think, pull this up.
Walker 5, correction, Walker 4539, when ready, descend level 70.
We descend flight level 70, when ready, Walker 4539.
Walker 4539, you can expect radar vector ILS Zulu on runway 02.
Expect ILS vector for ILS Zulu runway 02, Walker 4539.
Let me see if we have any kind of ATIS. Nope.
Easy plus 1-4, une fois prêt, descendez niveau 8-0.
Niveau 8-0, Easy plus 1-4.
Okay, we'll go with the 6,000. Okay, and
732 et Arbon 4042. B732 et Arbon 4042.
I hope he's not trying to talk to me in French. I can barely handle English sometimes.
C'était-tu pour les jets 732?
Ici 732 quittez Arbon 4040.
On quitte Arbon 040, EasyJet 732.
Well, I'll be doggone. LFML is open. 2, 4, 3, 5, 0.
552, level 170.
Was that for RYANAIR 572 down to 170?
It's on runner 572, descend level 170.
572's descending flight level 170.
Swiss 564, continue descend altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1011.
Continue descending 3000 feet, QNH 1011, Swiss 564.
Okay, I clicked altitude intervene, folks. That's one way to start a descent. The others click descent, and you would have seen descend now, or you can work it up here using level change and VNAV. Forecast, by the way, folks, is where you get your descent winds, and you can set your transition level.
Runner 10 Whiskey, leaving my space, monitor Unicom 122, decimal is design.
Unicom monitor Runner 10 Whiskey, have a good evening, satellite.
Good evening. With the 44 Lima, leaving my space, Roma just closed, monitor Unicom 122, decimal is design. Swiss 564, turn right heading 270.
Right heading 270, Swiss 564.
Okay, I need to be above 15,000 at surge, which will definitely make. Gonna go ahead and get us down a little quicker. Yes, I have not turned the seatbelt signs on. I'm trying to sell a little more alcohol into the back. I mean, letting them stretch their legs a little longer. Gotta make some money on the flight somehow, folks. Okay, everything's looking good.
Marseille, Centre, bonsoir, Air Sweden 5777, climbing 140, over native.
Sweden 5777, bonjour, identified climb level 270.
270, any possibilities to get the shortcut?
Yeah, in 1 second, climb is more. Swiss 564, turn right direct to Bisbo, clear the RNP Alpha approach runway 04 left, report final.
Right at this book, ANP Alpha approach runway 04 left, report final, Swiss 564. Marseille contrôle, bonsoir, Fox.
Alright, we're gonna have to get people in their seats now.
Pour des tours de piste avec des touchés à Marseille.
Fox Golf, novembre Alpha. Bonsoir, la 31 droite en service, le QNH unité 0, unité. Vous êtes déjà en roulage ou bien mon collègue vous a laissé à la porte pour le moment? On est plutôt dans les airs pour l'instant.
Ah, vous l'êtes déjà, oui, effectivement. Désolé, mon radar ne va pas si bas que ça. Donc le prochain, ce sera un touché aussi?
Affirmatif.
Okay, fasten seatbelts, landing lights,
Fox Golf,
approach procedure.
Novembre, Alpha, rappel vent arrière.
What's our
On rappelle
QNH?
vent arrière, vous pouvez reconfirmer la piste s'il vous plaît?
012.
À
Okay.
31 droite.
On rappelle vent arrière 31 droite Fox en Alpha.
Air Sweden 5, 777, it will be the Rubas 1 Sierra arrival direct to Sirsa, Sierra, India, Romeo, Sierra Alpha.
Hope that's not me, because I'm coming in.
Second direct for Sweden 5777.
Sweden 5777, you can route direct to Ajaccio, Alpha, Juliet, Oscar.
Direct Ajaccio, you are Alpha Juliet Oscar and Robert 1 Sierra for the 20. And Sweden 5777.
Sweden 5777, so the runway 02 is active. If you want a 20, you just need to confirm that you're approved for the RNP special approval approach for runway 20.
Stand by.
Easy 573, descent altitude 3000 feet, QNH is 1018.
He said easy, right?
Correction, easy 732, my bad, descent altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1018.
Donc 3000 pieds et 1018, c'est le jet 732.
Désolé, oui, 3000 pieds, QNH 1018.
Roger, 3000 pieds, 1018, c'est le jet 732.
Easy 732 sur le 4, intercepté le localizer, piste 35 droite, rappelez établi sur le localizer.
Roger, on intercepte le localizer de la 35 droite et on rappelle lorsqu'établi sur le localizer le jet 732.
Easy 254, descendez niveau 70. 70254.
Sweden 564 established.
That was Swiss 564?
Established.
Swiss 564, wind 050 degrees, 3 now, 0 left, clear to land.
Clear to land 0 for left, Swiss 564.
Control briefing, volotea T5 for the November, stand 3 Alpha in Marseille, we are ready for fish start.
Volotea 25, Hotel November, Roger, I'll call you back in 1 second. Boca 4539, descent altitude 4000 feet, QNH is 1011, continue present heading, radar vectors for the Alice Zulu runway 02. Easy 254, quittez Arbon 4040.
Donc quittons Arbon 4040, ici 254.
RYANAIR 572, continue descent flight level 80. It will be the radar vectors for the RNP Zulu approach runway 31 right.
And RYANAIR 572 continuing to, I believe he said 8,000 for the RNP 31 right.
RYANAIR 572, that's correct. So it's flight level 80, transition altitude is 5,000 feet.
Copy, transition at 5,000, descending to 8,000, or flight level 80.
Marseille, Sweden 5777, for the arrival we would like to add the RNP Yankee for the runway 02.
Sweden 5777, you can expect the RNP Yankee for runway 02 at Ajaccio.
Confirm you still like us to fly direct to Alpha Juliet Oscar?
Yes, we can expect radar vectors for the RNP Yankee runway 02.
Roger. Fox Golf Novembre Alpha, en vent arrière main droite.
Fox Golf Novembre Alpha numéro 1, rappelez final piste 31 droite.
On rappelle final piste 31 droite Fox Novembre Alpha. Marseille Logan, Brilliant 427 at Nice, requesting start of clearance.
Brilliant 427, hello. Uncle Jack, you're number 1 for clear. Voltaire 25, Hotel November, push and start approved facing west.
Push start approved, facing west, Voltaire 25 for the November.
Okay, brakes 2 will get us 2,400 feet down to 2,400 meters down. 153.
sur le localizer 32 droite.
32, autorisé approcher le speed 31 droite, sous le numéro 1.
Autorisé LS 35 droite, on est numéro 1, il est 4732.
Oui. Easy 254, descendez à altitude 3000 pieds, le QNH 10, 18. 3000 pieds, QNH 10, 18, Easy 254. Easy 732, le vent 350 degrés 8 nœuds, piste 35 droite, autorisé atterrissage.
Autorisé atterrir 35 droite, Easy 7732.
On
finale 31 droite.
Okay, Doliv, we switch to that initial Veneta, Laza, Ibili.
Piste 31 droite, autorisation, rappelez vent arrière main droite.
Autorisé toucher 31 droite et on rappelle vent arrière main droite, on fait attention au vent Foxtrot Alpha.
By the way, folks, you can do the ILS on this. I'm going to go ahead and dial it in, 111.5. Let me explain why. They're the same approach. Sometimes they're not. I will admit that. This one is the same. Okay, the ILS is dialed in.
And Brilliant 427, are you ready to copy?
108.
Brilliant 427, clear to destination, runway 04 right, Irma 7 Alpha departure, initially climb to level 130, scope 1000.
Alright, that'll give me some good data there with 20 miles, okay.
Scope 1000, Brilliant 427 and the startup approved.
Brilliant 427,
Looking
startup
at
is approved,
312.
and when ready you can push back, you don't need pushback, right?
Yeah, affirmative, we can just taxi.
Brilliant 47, roger, that's good. Startup approved, and when ready, taxi all input Alpha 1 on the 04 left, expect departure
Doliv,
04 right.
okay.
Roger, startup approved, then when ready, 04 right via Alpha 1, Brilliant 427, thank you.
This 564, welcome to Nice, taxi left onto Tango, that's the second left, to stand 6 Charlie.
Left Tango, second left, stand 6 Charlie, Swiss 564.
I think they got rid of that one. Alright, so we are getting ready to slow this beastie down.
Line 572, continue pressing adding radar vectors for the RNP Zulu, runway 31 right. Runway 572, turn right heading 190, radar vectors for the correction for the RNP Zulu, runway 31 right.
190 vectors for the RNP RYANAIR 572.
Walker 4539, turn left heading 060, clear left runway 02 approach.
Voltaire 25 for the November, we are ready for taxi.
Go ahead and get that approach.
Voltaire 3, caution 25, Hotel November, taxi straight ahead, Golf 5, left on Charlie, holding for Delta 9 on the 2 on right.
Golf 5, right on Charlie, left on Charlie, correction, and hold short Delta 9, runway 31 right, Voltaire 25 for the November.
Voltaire 25, Hotel November, sorry, you can take Golf 6 to exit.
Fox Nord 5, votre arrière main droite pour un nouveau toucher.
Fox Golf, Novembre, Alpha, rappel final 31 droite.
On rappelle finale 31 droite.
Easy 732, bienvenue à Lyon, continuez tout droit, à gauche sur Bravo 4, traversez la 31 gauche, puis ensuite ce sera à gauche sur Tango.
Tout droit, Bravo 4, on traverse la 35 gauche, Alpha 4 et Tango jusqu'à la rampe, EasyJet 732.
Ils utilisent trop de oui, pardon. Donc la 35 gauche et sur Tango, prévoyez la porte Juliette 33.
Juliette 33, c'est Jet 7 droite.
Marseille Control, very good evening. Ryanair 13X-ray, bound Omar, Delta level 370 with you.
Alors, call back. Easy 254, vous approchez la piste 31, correction 35 droite. Vous êtes aussi numéro 1, devant 350 degrés 8 nœuds, autorisé atterrissage, piste 35 droite.
Autorisé atterrissage, 35 droite, Easy 254.
Ryanair 572 descent to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1012.
Ryanair 572 out of 8,000 for 4,000 with the QNH.
Fox Nova Alpha, on finale 31 droite.
Fox Nova Alpha, autorisé option, devant toujours 330 degrés 17 nœuds.
Autorisé touché pour la 31 droite Fox Nova Alpha, on appelle débit de venturier à droite.
Partenaire.
Korean 57 Alpha 1 for fast 0 for left, we are ready for the departure.
Ryanair 13X.
Blocked. Second for Sweden 5777.
Sweden 5777, direct to Kilo Juliet 414 for the RNP Yankee runway 02.
Good, and requesting descent.
Yeah, that's first confirmed Kilo Juliet 414, please.
Kilo Juliet 414, Sweden 5777.
Sweden 5777, that's correct. Descent level 70.
70, Sweden 77.
Ryanair 13 X-ray, bonjour. Identified Lanco 1 Golf. Expect the RNP Zulu on a 31 right approach.
Lanco 1 Golf arrival and expect RMP Zulu approach, runway 31 right for Ryanair 13 X-ray.
Swiss 564, merci pour le service, très bonne soirée, c'était super sympa.
Bonne soirée à vous, merci beaucoup.
Brilliant 427 at Alpha 1, ready to cross the 04 left and we are ready for departure.
Brilliant 427, can you accept Alpha 3 for departure?
1,000 to go.
Yeah, we can do that.
Brilliant 427, cross runway 04 left for Alpha 3, line up runway 04 right and wait to report when you land up.
Crossing 04 left, Alpha 3, and we will report.
How are we going to turn in?
Apologia 25 for the room, request Delta 7 for departure.
Apologia 25 Hotel November, runway 31 right, let them wait.
Runway 31 right. Apologia 25 for the room.
Ryanair 572, reduce speed to 180 knots, turn left heading 040.
Ryanair 572, slowing 180, turning 040.
Fox Golf Novembre Alpha, continuez la vente arrière, longue vente arrière en 320 au départ.
On continue le longue vente arrière et on cherche le trafic si on l'a, Fox Alpha, et la prochaine ce serait pour un complet passage.
J'ai reçu le trafic qui est sur le...
I think he forgot me. I think that was supposed to be...
25 Hotel November, wind is
right.
310 degrees, 14 knots, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 31 right, clear for takeoff, Voltea 25 for the runway.
427, runway 04 right, wind is calm, cleared for takeoff.
Fox Golf Novembre Alpha, on a le trafic en ligne.
Fox Golf Novembre Alpha, on est reçu. Brilliant 427, runway 04 right, wind is calm, cleared for takeoff.
Encore 459, landing runway 02.
Okay, 4539, my bad, runway 02, you please land.
Just land 02.
Australian 5777, descend to altitude 3000 feet, QNH is 1011.
3000 Australian, 3000 and QNH 1011, Australian 5777.
Ryanair 572 direct to Pomeg, Papa Oscar Mike Echo Golf. From Pomeg, you cleared IMP Zulu approach from Mexico on right.
Direct Pomeg for the 3-1 right RMP Zulu, Ryanair 572.
And 572 descend to 3000 and after that 3 descent.
Leaving 4000 for 3000, Ryanair 572.
Fox Golf Novembre Alpha, tournée finale 31 droite.
Tourne finale 31 droite, Fox Golf Novembre Alpha, on rappelle en fin de finale.
Merci. Volatil 25 Hotel November, thank you. Identified climb marshal level 140.
Climb flight level 140, Voltaire 25 Hotel November.
Brilliant 427, runway 04 right.
Brilliant 427, wind is calm, runway 04 right, clear to take off.
So for right clear takeoff, Brilliant 427.
Australian 5777, descent to altitude 3000 feet, QNH is 1011, from Kilo Juliet 414, you cleared RMP Yankee approach from the 02, report final.
Confirm 3000 QNH 1011 and from Kilo Juliet 414 cleared RMP approach, runway 02 will call you final. Air Sweden 5777.
5777, that's correct. Walker 4539, welcome to Ajaccio, taxi left and to the ramp, bye-bye.
We taxi to right one, Walker 4539, good night,
Merci. Ryanair 13 X-ray, when ready, descend, flight level 150. Fox Golf Novembre Alpha, piste 31 droite, autorisé atterrissage, le vent 310 degrés, 14 nœuds.
Autorisé atterrissage 31 droite, Fox Alpha.
Ryanair 13 X-ray, when ready, descend level 160.
Ready to descend to flight level 160.
All right, we'll get flaps 5, and that'll
427, identified, turn right, direct to Barso, climb level 240.
Direct Barso, climb 170, Brilliant 427.
Yeah, and just make sure it's a right turn to Barso.
Got it, right turn, like the instrument departure, thank you.
Marseille Control Botswana, Levitan 03 at flight level 360, inbound Mirsa.
Olympic 903, Calispera identified, expect the Lanco 1 Golf arrival. Actually, I'll call you back for the arrival, Metin 360.
Also expect Lanco 1 Golf arrival and continue with flight level 360, Levitan 03.
On a remis les gaz, le vent était trop fort.
Yeah. Second, you were blocked. Fox Golf Novembre Alpha, c'est reçu. Donc rappelez vent arrière, longue vent arrière, je vous rappelle, il y a un C37 qui s'approche de la finale.
On rappelle longue voie arrière, Fox Golf Novembre Alpha, et on vous rappelle quand on a le trafic en ligne.
Le trafic sera sur votre droite, il est actuellement en train de tourner dans la baie, il est approximativement à 19 pieds.
Roger.
Plan 427, climb level 240.
West Alpha 427.
427, affirm, climb level 240.
Climb 240, Brilliant 427, thank you.
Et 254 pour attendre de la 35 gauche.
254, désolé, traverser la 35 gauche, ensuite ce sera Tango, la porte Juliette 37.
Traverse la 35 gauche à gauche sur Tango et Juliette 33, vous avez dit, à la station 44.
Votre collègue est sur la 33, donc prenez la 35 juste à côté.
35 Easy 254, merci.
Olympic 903, I confirm you can expect the Lanco 2 Golf arrival, runway 30.
Roger, expect Lanco 2 Golf arrival for runway 30, Olympic 903.
Golf Novembre Alpha, on a trafic en vue.
Novembre Alpha reçu, donc derrière lui, attention à la turbulence de sillage, vous pouvez passer en finale 30 knots.
Derrière lui, on fait attention au siège et on passe derrière lui pour la 31 droite Fox dans Alpha, on rappelle fin de finale. Marseille, control, Jersey 575 Alpha, flight level 250.
Bonjour, Jersey 575 Alpha, you identified maintain flight level 250 for now, and I'll call you back from the arrival.
Maintain 250, 575 Alpha.
572 traffic information, there is a DR40 which is about your 11 o'clock, 5 miles. He's going to pass behind you, number 131.
We'll be looking, we're turning for the runway right now.
Marseille, Air Sweden 5777, airport. We have visual with the runway, requesting visual.
Volunteer 25 Hotel November, climb now, flight level 360.
I mean 360, volunteer 25 Hotel November.
Sweden, Air Sweden 5777, runway 02, visual approach, report final.
Clear visual approach, runway 02, call final, Air Sweden 5777.
Runway 572, wind is 310 degrees, 14 knots, runway 31 right, clear to land.
Cleared to land 31 right, RYANAIR 572, traffic in sight. Flaps 30, gear down, brake set. A little high, I think. Oh, nope. Got a displaced threshold, okay.
Light slow. Light slow. Light slow.
Visually, we're good.
Approaching minimums.
Stable landing.
400 minimum.
Light slow.
Beeline 575 de Montélimar, 7 Mike arrival.
Light slow. Light slow. Light slow. Light slow.
200.
Beeline, correction, Beeline 575 Alpha, expect Mike Tango Lima, 7 Mike approach. Correction, arrival.
10.
Sorry, that was box again.
Beeline 575 Alpha, Mike Tango Lima, 7 Mike approach. Correction, not approach again, arrival.
Okay, the Mike Tango Lima, 7 Mike, arrival, Jersey 575 Alpha. Sorry, just confirm
Yeah, we don't have the 7 mic, I don't think it exists. Is it 6 Charlie or 6 Victor?
Roger, stand by because you're really going into the deep end right there. I need to check those procedures because I think it's not up to date in my side.
Ryanair 572 off at Delta 2.
Fox Golf Novembre Alpha, est-ce que ce serait possible d'avoir la 31 gauche pour éviter le sillage? Le vent est vraiment très fort.
Affirme Fox Golf Novembre Alpha, rappelez finale 31 gauche.
Merci beaucoup, on passe finale 31 gauche, on rappelle.
Ryanair 572 first right onto Charlie. Your gate is going to be 48 Charlie. You can enter the apron via Golf 3.
Charlie to Golf 3, gate 48 Charlie. Ryanair 572.
Fox Golf Novembre Alpha en finale de la 31 gauche.
Fox Golf Novembre Alpha, tour d'atterrissage piste 31 gauche, le vent toujours 310 degrés 14 nœuds.
Autorisé atterrissage 31 gauche, on fait attention au vent Fox en Alpha.
The heck is he taking us?
And beeline 575 Alpha, yeah, you're right, it's going to be the Mike Tango Lima 6 Victor arrival, and I'll call you back for the procedure for the approach.
The Mike Tango Lima 6 Victor arrival, Jersey 575 Alpha.
I just found Golf 3.
In Jersey, indeed, not beeline, my bad.
Marseille, hello, liner 909 is with you, 57360.
Station booking, set a call again, please.
Italo 909.
Italo 909, buonasera, scope 1000.
Copy 1000, buonasera.
Region 427, you leaving my space, this is offline, monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8.
Unicom, bye bye, bonne nuit.
Bonne nuit.
Turning final, Air Sweden 5777.
Air Sweden 5777, runway 02, wind is 050 degrees, 2 knots, clear to land.
Runway 02, clear to land, Air Sweden 5777.
Alright, I'm thoroughly confused here, folks.
And Jersey 575 Alpha.
Good.
Jersey 575 Alpha, the current wind 34 degrees, 19 knots, Greenwich 1013. You can expect runway 35. It's going to be the RNP Zulu approach runway 17, followed by the VPT runway 35.
Roger, RP 217, visual procedure 35, Jersey 575 Alpha.
That's correct, 575 Alpha, when ready, descend level 120.
When ready, 120, Jersey 575 Alpha.
Fox Golf Novembre Alpha, on a bien atterri sur la 31 gauche, on attend à la 31 droite.
Fox Golf Novembre Alpha, très bien, ça fait plaisir, donc traversez la 31 droite et roulez au parking, bonne soirée.
On traverse la 31 droite et on roule jusqu'au parking Fox Novembre Alpha, merci beaucoup.
Ryanair 13 X-ray, you can expect the RNP Zulu approach runway 3 run right via radar vectors, turn left heading 260. take 903, expect runway 30, descend level 150.
Expect runway 30 and descent flat level 190, decline 03.
I confirm level 150.
Correction 150, decline 03.
Jersey 575 Alpha, route direct to Ordis, Oscar, Romeo, Delta, India, Foxtrot.
It's Ordis, Jersey 575 Alpha.
RYANAIR 13 X-ray, descent level 70.
Descent to 70, RYANAIR 13 X-ray.
All right, folks, we've made it. I'm going to go ahead and call it tonight. It's getting a little late here. Tomorrow we will hopefully be back up with it. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect. Holy mackerel, folks. That was a fun approach. I hope it looked good to you all. We're going to shut the engines down here as soon as I get stave trim to 4. Was it 4 on this plane? I can't remember. Yeah, 4. Okay, 4 units. It never had me squawk different. Okay, we're disconnected, so we'll turn that off. And APU's running. All right. APU bleed on. And let's get these engines shut down. All right, folks, always interesting to fly in Europe. It always is. This would have been a fun get the second flight going, but I'm gonna call it tonight. We ended up in the wrong spot. Let me show you where they wanted me. If it was right here, so I don't know why he had me come down Gulf 3. Gulf 2 would have been the one to go, but I am definitely, I couldn't even find it on the chart, folks, so. Oh well, but hey, you know, we made it. Engines are off, transponder standby, fuel pumps off. And folks, I don't think we disconnected at all, so praise God for that one. I see some transmission issues. 142,000 to 509 frames dropped. Wow. Not good. Hopefully that'll get better. So we're here. Now the neat thing that's going on, if you didn't catch it, hang on, we'll pop our head back out. The airplane is here and deplaning. Pretty cool. And let me get over here. There was something in the notes for this version I did not understand. Not sure where this auto on, auto off is. Or off. Auto off for the airside services. I don't see it here. So, and I'm probably, well, let me try one more place. I can't imagine it'd be back here, but you never know. And by the way, here's exterior where you would get the lights. If you go halogen and look up now, you see 4. Now, the one I got to get with that's really annoying is the pulse. I got to make sure those are turned off. Ooh, those get me. All right, folks, and then we come back, one more, home, save. All right. So anyway, folks, we've made it. Great flight, great time. I'm glad y'all were here. Glad we all made it here because, like I said, yesterday we had 5 videos by the time we touched down after about the 5.5-hour mark on the first one. So great the fact we're here. You know what? Let's do our usual wrap this thing up. Hang on a second. Go figure, we were disconnected right at the end. Folks, well, you know what? Welcome back. Thank you. I got 3 viewers. Wow. Thank you for sticking around. I don't know what the heck is going on with these connections. That's the first one I know of that disconnected. Let me get in here. Sim toolkit. The airline 335. Well, let me rephrase that. The airline flagged us at 305. That's good. It felt better than this, folks. I hate to say it. It really did. By the way, yesterday's landing into Kansai, 21 feet a minute. I mean, that was probably one of my best approaches in a very long time. All right, folks, so you can see the whole flight here. Let's wrap it up here, complete the flight as we disconnect for the second time and reconnect. So we're going to make this quick, call it. We're not even going to refile. Oh, what's all this? All right, I'm not sure what's going on. So, well, folks, we're not going to get to look at it today. I'm not sure what the heck is going on here. But we're definitely having internet issues. So we're going to call it, and we'll try to get this information out. I don't know why it won't complete. All right, folks, well, just kind of move on. Very interesting. All right, well, we've had a ton of internet issues, so again, thank you so much for being a part of Flying with Mike. It is a pleasure, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow, and hopefully in a lot better mood with the internet here. God bless you all. We'll see you then. And by the way, 335 feet a minute in here at 120 knots. That's a little slow. So, wish we could have showed it to you. I don't know what's going on with Sim Toolkit. But we'll see you all tomorrow. God bless. Have a great night. I think we're offline. No, we're live. Okay. Just really kind of weird. All right, folks, we'll see you tomorrow.